My beloved child, you don't have to stay awake anymore. You don't have to hold your eyes open. You don't have to keep listening. You don't have to remain aware, just in case something happens. Nothing needs you right now. I know how staying awake became a habit. Not because you wanted to, but because at some point, sleep did not feel safe. You learned to hover between rest and alertness, half asleep, half ready. So even when your body laid down, your awareness stayed standing, watching, listening, waiting. You told yourself it was just light sleep. But really, it was protection. You stayed awake because you did not trust that everything would be okay if you weren't watching. Beloved, that watchfulness helped you once, but tonight it is no longer needed. You do not have to stay awake to keep yourself safe. You do not have to remain conscious to remain protected. You do not have to be the one who stays alert. I am awake. I am present. I am watching. So you don't have to. You may feel the urge to check one last time, to listen for sounds, to review the day, to make sure nothing is unfinished. You can let that go. Nothing will fall apart while you sleep. Nothing will slip through the cracks. Nothing requires your supervision. Your body is already preparing. Your breathing is slowing. Your muscles are releasing. Your thoughts are becoming less defined. You do not need to interrupt this. You do not need to stay with me. You do not need to stay with the words. You do not need to remember anything. Sleep does not require permission from the mind. It only needs the absence of resistance. You are allowed to stop holding yourself awake. You are allowed to stop listening. You are allowed to drift fully. If your eyes close, let them stay closed. If your thoughts fade, do not bring them back. If awareness softens, do not gather it again. You are not abandoning anything. You are not neglecting responsibility. You are resting because it is safe to rest. I will not leave when you sleep. I will not go silent when you stop listening. My presence does not depend on your awareness. I remain when you are awake and when you are not. You do not have to stay awake to be held. You do not have to stay conscious to be safe. Tonight, you can let go of being the one who stays up. You have carried that role long enough. Now, you can sleep. My beloved child, you can let yourself drift now. There is nothing you need to stay present for. You do not need to remain half awake to make sure everything is okay. I will stay while you sleep. I know how unfamiliar that idea may feel because once you had to stay. You stayed awake because no one else did. You stayed alert because someone needed you. You stayed listening because silence felt unsafe. So sleep became something you visited lightly, never fully entering, never fully surrendering. But tonight, you are not the one who stays. I am. You do not need To check the room, you do not need. To listen for changes, you do not need. To keep one part of yourself awake, just in case. Nothing will happen. That requires your response. Nothing will be lost. While you sleep, nothing will move out of alignment. You can let your awareness sink below the surface. You do not have to witness your own rest. You do not have to remember falling asleep. You do not have to cross the moment consciously. Sleep can take you quietly. I will remain, not watching with tension, not guarding with fear, simply present, steady, attentive without urgency. You may feel your body sink further, a heaviness in your limbs, a softness behind your eyes, a gentle pulling inward. Do not resist this. Do not guide it. Let it happen without participation. Your breathing may deepen without instruction. Your jaw may loosen without decision. Your thoughts may fragment without completion. This is not you losing control. This is you being carried. You are not falling into emptiness. You are resting. Within care, I will stay. Through the quiet moments, through the drifting, through the spaces where awareness fades, I will stay. When thoughts dissolve, when words blur, when time loses shape, my presence does not require your attention. It does not fade. When you sleep, it does not pause. When you dream, I remain. Through every breath, you do not need to be aware of me. For me to be here, you may feel a brief resistance, a last tightening, a final thought, trying to hold the edge of consciousness. You do not need to push it away. Let it tire, let it soften, let it release itself. There is no danger in sleeping deeply. There is no threat in letting go fully. You are not leaving anything undone. You are allowing restoration. I will stay. While your body rests, I will stay. While your mind quiets, I will stay. While your awareness sleeps, you are not alone in the dark. You are not unattended in the night. You are not vulnerable when you are unconscious. You are held, even then, especially then. Sleep is not absence, it is trust. And you do not have to trust perfectly. You only have to stop resisting. Let sleep come like it knows the way, because it does. You do not need to follow it. You do not need to enter it deliberately. You only need to stop standing at the door. I am here. On the other side, I will stay. While you sleep, nothing needs you until you are ready again. Let the night hold you. Let rest deepen. Let go. My beloved child, you can let the day go now, not by reviewing it, not by understanding it, not by fixing what felt unfinished, just by releasing it. The day does not need to be carried into the night. It does not need to be remembered accurately. It does not need to be sorted or explained. Everything that belonged to today can stay with today. You do not need to take it with you into sleep. I know how the day lingers, how moments replay, how conversations echo, how unfinished thoughts try to follow you into rest. You are not doing anything wrong. When this happens, your mind learned to hold the day, because once letting go felt risky, as if forgetting meant losing control, as if resting meant something important would slip away. But the day does not need your protection. Nothing from today will be lost if you stop holding it. What matters does not disappear in sleep. What needs attention will return in its own time. You are not responsible for keeping the day alive. You are allowed to lay it down. You may notice memories surface, something you said, something you didn't say, something you wish had gone differently. You do not need to revisit it. You do not need to forgive it right now. You do not need to understand it before resting. Just let it float past without engagement, like leaves on slow-moving water. The day is already over. Nothing you think about now will change it. Nothing you replay now will improve it. Nothing you analyze now will bring clarity. Rest is not avoidance. Rest is completion. Completion does not mean everything was perfect. It means nothing more is required. The sun has already set. The body has already moved. Through its hours, the nervous system has already worked. Long enough, you do not need to squeeze meaning out of what has passed. You do not need to extract lessons. You do not need to carry forward every detail. Tonight is not for reflection. Tonight is for release. You can let go of the tone of voices. You can let go of the look on someone's face. You can let go of what surprised you and what disappointed you. You can let go of the moments that felt heavy and the ones that felt incomplete. They are not asking to be solved tonight. They are asking to be set down. I am holding the day now, not to judge it, not to evaluate it, just to keep it. So you don't have to, you do not need to carry your responsibilities into sleep. You do not need to stay connected to what will be waiting tomorrow. Tomorrow will come without your effort. You do not need to prepare for it now. Preparation belongs to daylight. Rest belongs to the night. Your body already knows this. That is why it grows heavy. That is why it softens. That is why your thoughts lose their edges. You are allowed to forget what time it is. You are allowed to forget what day it was. You are allowed to forget what you were doing before you lay down. Nothing requires your continuity right now. You do not need to carry yourself from moment to moment. You can let awareness break apart without consequence. The day does not need a proper ending. It does not need a closing ceremony. It does not need your approval. It is complete because it is finished. You can trust that. You can let the images fade. You can let the feelings soften. You can let the sense of I grow quieter. You are not losing yourself. You are resting from being yourself. For a while, I am here, holding what you release. I am here, staying awake while you do not. You do not need to remember the day. You do not need to make peace with it. Before sleeping, peace can come. After rest, clarity can come. After sleep, understanding can wait. Tonight is not asking for understanding. It is offering rest. Let the day fall away. Let it become distant. Let it lose its shape. You do not need it anymore. You are safe without it. You are held without it. You are allowed to sleep without carrying anything forward. Let go now. The night has you. My beloved child, you can sleep now. Nothing else needs to be done. Nothing else needs to be heard. Nothing else needs to be held. You have reached the place where effort ends. You do not need to stay awake a little longer. You do not need to wait for the right moment. You do not need to ease into sleep carefully. You can simply let go. Sleep does not require permission from your thoughts. It does not wait for understanding. It does not need your agreement. It comes when resistance stops, and you have already stopped. Your body knows how to cross this threshold. Your breathing is already guiding you. Your muscles are already releasing. Without instruction, your mind is already loosening its grip. You do not need to assist this process. You do not need to notice it happening. You are allowed to fall asleep without realizing it. There is no need to stay with this voice. There is no need to remember these words. There is no need to stay connected. You are not being left. You are being covered. I am here while you sleep, not watching anxiously, not guarding with fear, simply present, steady, unchanging. You are safe. When your awareness fades, you are safe. When your thoughts stop forming, you are safe. When your name disappears for a while, sleep is not disappearance. It is return. Return to a place where you do not have to try, where you do not have to be useful, where you do not have to stay alert. You do not need to carry yourself any further tonight. The night will carry you. You do not need to stay conscious, to remain held. You do not need to stay aware, to remain safe. You do not need to stay present, to remain loved. Nothing will happen that you must respond to. Nothing will change that you must catch. Nothing will be required until you are ready again. If your thoughts fade, let them fade. If images blur, let them blur. If time dissolves, let it dissolve. You do not need to cross into sleep deliberately. You only need to stop standing at the edge. I am with you. On the other side, I will remain. Through the deep hours, through the stillness, through the dreams you remember, and the ones you do not. You do not need to come back right away. You do not need to stay reachable. You do not need to hold yourself together. Tonight you can rest completely. You can sink without fear. You can disappear from effort. You can let go of being the one who stays awake. You can sleep now, and nothing will be lost. Nothing will be taken. Nothing will go wrong. You are held. You are covered. You are safe. Sleep, beloved. I am here.